evening, volleyball fans. Welcome to tonight's game featuring the Olds College Broncos and your very own SAIT Trojans. Boy, do we have a good one in store tonight, a packed house. And tonight is a special night for mental health. RBC is putting on the MSN for mental health. RBC believes in the importance of supporting student overall wellness, mind, body, and spirit, and wallet. RBC's commitment to furthering the discussion and breaking the stigma around mental health is loud and clear. We would also like to acknowledge the Treaty 7 territory, and the city of Calgary is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3. And we're just about to kick off here. The ladies have taken the court. It's going to be a good one. Some new faces in the Trojan starting lineup. We have Olivia Dow opening up the serve tonight. She's had a great season, definitely earned that starting spot, and here she goes over to Olds. Olds ball now. Olds, nice kill there. Back to SAIT. SAIT now. Nice kill. Kissed off the net, but it goes out. First point will go to Olds. And the Broncos now. That's Cameron McDougald at the service line. Getting ready to kick things off here for the Olds College Broncos. Here we go. Nice. Back to SAIT. SAIT now. Big kill there from Corkery. Off the hands of the Olds front line, and it's now tied up at 1-1. Early in tonight's bout. Nice serve from SAIT. SAIT now. Recovered, but it will go off the hands of Erica Bartol, the libero. And now Lexi will take the service line for Olds. Olds now. Back to SAIT, picked up by SAIT. SAIT ball. Nice effort there by Corkery. Kicked back up by Olds. Olds over to SAIT. SAIT keeping it alive, sends it over, out of bounds. 3-1 now for Olds College, but it's still anyone's game. And now Olds will take the service line. Sends it over. Picked up by SAIT. Kept alive. Last-ditch effort, and it goes. Olds now, nice touch there, but kept alive by the Trojans. Olds ball. Olds sends it over. SAIT quick on the read, sends it back. Olds now. Big kill coming in, blocked by SAIT off the hands of Kendall Langdell on Olds. 3-2 now for Olds College, but SAIT on the comeback. And now Taryn Corkery will take the service line. Corkery sends it over. Nice serve off the hands of Langnell now. 3-3 all tied up in tonight's matchup. Corkery at the service line once again, sends it over into the hands of Olds College. Sent back. Nice kill there from Olds. Kept alive by SAIT. SAIT sends it down. Doesn't go. Olds blocked by SAIT. A huge block by the Trojans there. Clearly frustration on Olds' front line. And Corkery will take the service line once again. It does go out. All tied up once again, 4-4. And Tabby Martin will take the service line for Olds. Olds. SAIT almost hits the roof, but it stays in play. Once again, sent over on a little bit of a rocky little passing route there. Kept alive by SAIT. Kept alive, doesn't go. And Olds takes the lead 5-4 now in the opening set of the evening. And Madison McCauley now, or apologies, that was Tabby Martin once again. And a little bit of a weird one there, but Olds takes the point, 6-4 now. And Olds taking a 2-point lead early in the first bout of the evening. Martin, SAIT. SAIT still, nice kill there, but kept alive by Martin. Olds, despite the Trojans' best efforts there on the block, it doesn't go, and the point will go to Olds, 7-4 now. And it is a loud one here tonight for Make Some Noise for Mental Health, brought to you by RBC. And it does go out off the hands of Martin, 7-5 now. Van Dreisten, with her opening serve of the game, sends it over. Just a hair out of bounds. Great read there by Lengyel. And Milan Chapaul now at the service line, sends it over. Out of bounds, 8-6 now, with SAIT creeping into the Olds College lead. Leanne Arnott at the service line. She sends it over, picked up by Olds. Olds still with it, sends it over, kept alive. Nice effort there, off the hands of Kendall Lengyel, resulting in a Trojans point. 8-7 now, Trojans creeping into the lead. And Leanne Arnott sends it over. Broncos sends it back off the net, and it all ties up once again, 8-8. Arnott will take the service line once again. Sends it over. Olds. Sends it over. But the point will go to Olds College, 9-8. And just like that, the Broncos have taken their lead back. And that's McCauley sending it into the hands of the Trojans. Trojans now sent. Nice effort there by Taryn Corkery, but it goes off the net. 10-8 now for Olds College. And McCauley, once again, sending it over. Oh, a nice kiss off the net. And Olivia Dow with an excellent read there. Beautiful kill by Dow. Putting this game back into the hands of the Trojans, 10-9 for Olds College. Emily Inglis sends it over. Olds sent back. Trojans kept alive. Dow once again blocked by McDougald. McDougald showing off her reach there, sending only 5'9", but you can see that she's got quite a jump on her. And now Olds sends it over. SAIT. Sent back by Corkery. Kept alive. Olds now, kept alive. Sent back. And it flies up, but it is kept alive in Olds territory. Once again, Dow Kept alive once again. A rally here. Blocked by Dow. And it will go to Olds. And the crowd not exactly happy with that point, but we will continue. 12-9 now for Olds. Dow. Corkery blocked by that vicious front line that Olds loves to utilize. But the point will go to the Trojans. 12-10 now. Dow at the service line sends it over. Olds. Sent back, blocked by Corkery, but the point will go in the Broncos' favor. 13-10 now. And McDougald will take the service line. McDougald sends it over. Trojans ball now. Kept up, sent back by Corkery. Olds now, sent over, off. And it looks like that will be a Trojans point. 13-11 now. No lead bigger than 2 so far. Olds. Sent over. Off the hands. And a last-ditch effort by Erica Bartol. Not quite enough, though. Olds point. 14-11 now. Olds. Trojans. Sent over. Corkery. Kept up by Olds. Olds sends it back into the face of Emily Inglis. 15-11 now for Olds. Olds sends it over. Kept up by Bartol. Olds sends it back. Bartol once again. Corkery, and a sneaky little point there by Corkery. And she'll take the service line now. 15-12. A 3-point lead for the Broncos here. Corkery sends it over. Picked up by Olds. Olds now sends it back, blocked by the Trojans. A nice use of the front line there, showing off their height. And Corkery will take the service line once again. Picked up. Olds sent back. Picked back up by SAIT. Sent back over. Broncos now. Broncos send it over, and they will get the point. (16-13) now, a 3-point lead for the Olds College Broncos. And that's Tabby Martin. Sends it over to the hands of Corkery. Kept up, sent back. And a nice kill by Leanne Arnott. And taking the service line is Peyton Van Drysten. Sends it over. Picked up by Olds. Olds now. Sent back. And a nice kill there. She didn't even look like she meant to do it. That was McCulley with the point, credited to her. 17-14 for the Olds College Broncos. And Olds at the service line, picked up by Corkery, sent back once again, and a beautiful kill by Olivia Dow, showing off that arm reach. Excellent work by Dow. That's what she's been doing all season, folks. Really showing why she earned that starting spot on the Trojans roster. And Arnott will take the service line now for SAIT. 17-15. Arnott into the hands of the Broncos. Sent back, picked up by Corkery. Olds now, sent back once again, picked up by Corkery in the back. Kept up, nice kill there. And the point will be credited to Emily Inglis. (17-16) now. Trojans creeping back into this one. And that is Arnott still at the service line. Hits the roof off the hands of Tabby Martin. Despite her efforts, it is now tied up 17-17 here in the first bout of the evening. Arnott still at the service line. Arnott sends it over. And off the hands of Martin once again. And just like that, the Trojans take a 1-point lead. Arnott for her 5th or 6th time in a row at the service line. Sends it over. And another Arnott point. And just like that, the timeout is called by Olds College. 2 points separating these two teams in a nail-biter, folks. Folks, we want to remind you that the Alberta Colleges Athletic Conference has partnered up with the Royal Bank of Canada in the 8th annual Make Some Noise for Mental Health campaign to promote mental health awareness and reduce the stigma associated with mental health concerns. So make sure you're doing your part, supporting this great cause. All the fans here tonight making it loud and clear, showing up for RBC's Night of Mental Health Awareness. And the Trojans have to be feeling good after that one. They were down by 4 at one point, now up by 2. 19-17 in favor of the Trojans. And we will return to action here, folks. And Arnott still at the service line. Once again, they've had good luck with her so far. And Broncos fans making sure that this lead doesn't get into the heads of the Trojans. Olds ball, picked up by SAIT, and it is kept alive. Olds now, off the net, another Trojans point. 3 points now separating these two teams, and the Trojans certainly looking to close it out.
Go Broncos!
And Arnott will have yet another chance to serve in this one. Olds. Still Olds, sent back, blocked. Kept alive by Olds, nice effort there. Dow. And a nice play there by Grace Florence, number 12, sneaky play. 21-17 now. And Arnott once again taking the service here. And a hush has fallen over the Olds fans in this one. Olds still keeping it alive, sent back, Corkery. Dow, kept alive by Olds. Blocked by Dow. Kept alive by Arnott. SAIT sends it over, and it is out of bounds, 22-17 here. And another timeout is called by Olds College. And what a nail-biter it has been Just like that, the Trojans are just 3 points away from taking the first set of the evening. Still lots of ball to be played tonight here at Rally Pointe. Folks, stay with us. We've got lots of great volleyball action coming up in 30 seconds. As we return to action here at Rally Pointe, the Trojans are up by 5, looking to close the first set of the evening out. And Arnott, believe it or not, is still at the service line. Sent over. Olds. Kept up. Olds. Sent back in a last-ditch effort there by Arnott. Olds now picked up. Nice read there. Arnott. Big kill, but it is kept alive by Olds. Last-ditch effort sends it back. SAIT ball now. Chance for Dow. Doesn't go. Olds. Olds sends it over. Arnott. Kept alive. Corkery. Nice read there, but it doesn't go. Olds now. Big rallies here tonight. And it is sent back into the Broncos' hands. Nice read by Dow, kept alive once again. Corkery sends it over. Olds sent back. Nice kill there off the hands of Arnott. An excellent job to break up the Trojans' commanding 5-point lead. And McCulley will take the service line for the Olds College Broncos. Just 4 points separating these two teams. It's still anyone's set. Sent over. And it is out of bounds. 23-18, and just like that, the Trojans are just 2 points away from stealing this first set. Emily Inglis sends it over. Olds. Kept up, sent back, blocked by the Trojans, and the whistle is blown. That will be the 24th point of the set for the Trojans. And Emily Inglis will have a chance to close this one out. Sent over, kept alive by Olds. Olds ball, sent back, and it can't get over the net. The Trojans steal the first set of the evening with a score of 25-18. Folks, stay with us. We've got lots of great volleyball action coming up here at Rally Pointe, and make sure you stay tuned for the 8 o'clock game, where the guys will have a chance to take each other on in a classic Southern Alberta bout. Just 3 minutes until the next set of the evening. It's still anyone's game. Folks, stay with us. We've got lots more for you. Folks, to ACAC action at Rally Pointe. The opening point does go to Olds College. Looking to make a comeback here. And it hits the net off the hands of Sarah Markowski. And Corkery, the veteran, will send it over. And it is another Trojans point, 2-1. The Trojans ladies have to be feeling good after a comeback in the first set. Corkery will take this one once again. Corkery sends it over. It is out of bounds. 2-2, all tied up in the second bout of the evening. Cameron McDougall at the service line for the Broncos. McDougald with a nice serve there. Sent down by Leanne Arnott. Nice kill there by Arnott. And Van Drysten sends it over off the hands of Markowski. And Van Drysten will get another chance with it. Sends it over. Kept up by Olds. Olds blocked off the hands of Olivia Dow, but it is on her side. 4-3 now with the Broncos on a little bit of a comeback. Lafreniere sends it over. Corkery picked up, sent back. Olds sends it back off the hands of Dow. Broncos. Dow sends it up and over. Arnott. And a nice block there by the Broncos front line, all tied up 4-4 now. Lafreniere gets another one. Dow with a nice kill, kept up though, and it will be a Trojans point, taking the lead back to 1, 5-4 for the SAIT Trojans. And Leanne Arnott, I feel like I said her name so many times in the first bout of the evening. Let's see if the luck continues. Arnott sends it up. Broncos once again, another Arnott point, 6-4 for the Trojans. And Arnott in the back once again. Sent over. Olds sends it back. Kept alive by Corkery. And a last-ditch effort by Erica Bartol is not quite enough for the Trojans. 6-5 for the Broncos now, with Tabby Martin at the service line. Martin sends it over. Bartol. And Bartol diving for it. It is kept alive. Olds now. And it will be a Trojans point. (7-5) for the Trojans. And Emily Inglis at the service line for the Trojans. Sent over. Off the hands of Tabby Martin once again. It is 8-5 in favor of the Trojans. And Emily Inglis will have another chance with it. Sends it over. Olds. Sent back. And it is inbounds. Nice kill there by Olds. 8-6 in favor of the Trojans, but the Broncos on the come up. Milan Shawapal picked up by the Trojans. Corkery with a commanding kill. Sent back. Kept alive by Corkery. And Dow, it is just a hair out of bounds. Nice effort by Dow, but it is 8-7 now. Broncos just need one more point to tie this one. Sends it over. Off the hands of Corkery, into the crowd and into the net. Thanks to the fans for helping that one out. And Chappell once again. Inbounds. And that is just a textbook serve by Powell. Excellent work there by Olds. And just like that, Olds has taken a 1-point lead. Riding the net, and the point will go in favor of Olds College. 10-8 now, and the Trojans call their first timeout. Folks, RBC would like to remind you that at the heart of every community, you'll find people who are passionate about building a better future for us all. RBC is inspired by the student athletes here at SAIT and their continuous efforts to make a difference in their communities. 10-8 in favor of the Olds College Broncos now. We have seen this before. If Olds can manage to hang on to this lead, it will be a good comeback in the second bout. 10-8 for the Broncos here. And that is still Milan Powell. At the service line for the Broncos. Sending it over. Picked up. Kept alive. Dow. Out of bounds. And just like that, the Broncos have taken a 3-point lead on the Trojans. Sent over into the net. And the Trojans were certainly praying for a bit of a break there, and they got it. And Dow will take the service line. Olivia Dow having a great game and a great season. Off the hands of Leanne Arnott. And Dow is subbed out in favor of Erica Bartol. 12-9 for the Olds College Broncos. 3 points separating them. Sent over. And the point will go in favor of the Trojans. That was debatable, some might say, but it does result in a Trojans point. Grace Florence sends it over. Olds, picked back up, sent back. Whistle is called, and it will be a Broncos point. Merkowski now for Olds. Sent over, picked up, SAIT, sent back. Beautiful kill there by Van Dreisten. And Corkery will take the service line. 13-11 here at Rally Point. Picked up, sent back. Nice kill there by Tabby Martin. Beautiful work by Martin there for the Broncos' 14th point of the set. And taking the service line is McDougall now. Sends it over, hits the net. 14-12. And Dow is subbed back in favor of Bartol. And Van Dreisten has a shot with it now, sends it into the hands of the Broncos. Martin sends it back. And the point will go 15-12 for the Broncos, 3 points separating. And Lafreniere sends it out. 15-13 for the SAIT Trojans. And Leanne Arnott in her favorite spot, serving once again for the SAIT Trojans. Sends it over. It doesn't go. 16-13 for the Broncos now. And Olds will have a chance with it. Sends it over. And a beautiful read there by SAIT, kept alive by Olds. Corkery sent back, kept alive by the Broncos. Picked back up, it is inbounds. Sent back, and it is a Broncos point. 17-13 now, and the timeout is called. Folks, RBC would like to remind you that 1 in 5 students are struggling with mental health issues. RBC, along with the ACAC and the Canadian Mental Health Association of Alberta, want to reduce the stigma surrounding mental health. Help us make a difference together. Let's make some noise for mental health. (17-13) is the score in the second bout of the evening. Things are looking good for Olds College. Martin will take the service line for the Broncos. An absolute nail-biter of an evening. Kept up by Corkery. Sent back over, off the hands of Olds, but kept alive. Martin over to SAIT. Bartol almost sent over by Emily Inglis, not quite enough. 18-13 now in favor of Olds College. 13 points for the Trojans. And it is sent out by Tabby Martin. And just 4 points separating now, 18-14, and Inglis at the service line. Sent over. Olds. Picked up. Sent back. Off the hands of Bartol. And the Broncos are just 6 points away from closing this set out. And Chappell now sends it over into the hands of Bartol, and it's not quite enough. 20-14 now for Olds College. Sent over into Bartol's shoulder. 21-14 now. And Chappell has another chance at the service line. Sends it over, just over the net, but it is picked up by SAIT. Corkery sends it into the hands of Martin. They keep it alive though. Olds picked up. And a beautiful read there, but it is kept alive. Corkery off the hands of the Olds front line. 21-15 now. Corkery showing off that mean kill she's built up a notoriety for. And Dow will take the service line. Dow now. Kept up. Olds sends it back. Corkery, nice read. Kept up. Sent back. Olds ball. Sent back. SAIT ball now. Kept up. Good read there by Van Dreisten. Cutting this lead to 5. 21-16 now with the Trojans on the come up and Dow at the service line. Dow sends it over. And it does hit Lafreniere, resulting in a Trojans point, and the timeout is called. 21-17 in favor of Olds College. Folks, stay with us. We've got lots more action here at Rally Point, live on ACAC TV. As we're returning to action here at RBC's Make Some Noise for Mental Health Night of Action. It's a real nail biter here, folks. 1-0 so far in favor of the Trojans, but things are looking good for the Broncos. Dow at the service line on the Trojans comeback. Sends it up, Broncos. Sent back, picked up by Corkery. Sent back over. Nice read there by the Trojans. Olds ball now. Sends it over, picked up. SAIT. Corkery, kept alive. Dow. Corkery, nice light touch there, but it is kept alive by Olds. Olds chance, and it will go. 22-17 now in favor of Olds College. Just 3 points away from sealing the deal on the second bout of the evening, tying things up at 1-1. And at the service line is Madison McCauley. Sends it over, picked up. Trojans ball. Sent back by Corkery. Picked up once again. Trojans sent over, off the hands of Olds College, but it is sent back into SAIT territory. Corkery, nice light touch there, kept alive. Nice read by Olds there. And Corkery sends it just out of bounds. 23-17 now here for Olds College. And Madison McCauley will send it over. Hits the net, and we're back to a 5-point lead for Olds College. Trojans needing to make a comeback of a lifetime here to take the second one. Sent over by Florence, kept up, Olds ball. Olds sends it back. Florence, sent over, picked up, nice ball. Olds, keeping it up off the hands of Van Dreisten's hands. Olds, sent back, kept alive by Corkery, sent all the way back, and it is out of bounds. Just a hair out of bounds for the Olds College Broncos, 23-19. 4 points separating, and it is Trojans ball, sent over, picked up, Olds, kept up. And the point will go to Olds. Just 1 point is needed to seal the deal on this second one. And taking the service line, hoping to close this one out, is Sarah Murkowski. sends it over. Picked up. SAIT ball. Corkery, nice read, kept alive by SAIT. SAIT sends it over. Picked up by Olds. Martin, kept alive. Trojans. Sent over, and it will go to the Trojans. 24-20, it doesn't get closer than this, folks. Trojans need 4 to tie, 6 to win. And the point will go to Olds. And just like that, we are all tied up here at Rally Point. Olds College versus the SAIT Trojans. 1-1. Folks, stay with us at RBC's Make Some Noise for Mental Health event tonight. Folks, stay with us. We've got another bout of action loaded up here between Olds College and the SAIT Trojans. We're tied at 1 set apiece. And Olivia Dow will make the opening serve of the third bout of the evening. Sends it over. Out of bounds. 1-0 now for the Broncos. Cameron McDougald. Sends it over. SAIT. Picked up. Corkery. Picked up by Olds. Olds now. Olds sends it back. Corkery once again. Picked up. Sent back by SAIT. Kept alive by Olds. Just in bounds. A great read there for the Broncos. And McDougald will get another chance with it. Sends it over, just kissed off the net. And the point will go to the Broncos. Trojans clearly unhappy with that call. And McDougald sends it over. Kissed off the net once again, kept alive by SAIT. Corkery. Kept up by Olds. Olds now. Send it over. Picked up. SAIT ball. Sent back. Olds. Picking it back up. Martin sends it down. Inbounds. Opening the third set at 4-0. We'll have a little discussion here between the official and Tabby Martin. She'll report back. And Olds will have a chance to make it 5-0. Kept up by Corkery. Sent back by Arnott. Olds. Martin finds space. 5-0 now for the Olds College Broncos. A commanding start to the third set of the evening. Sends it over. Picked up by the Trojans. Corkery now. Sent back out of bounds. 6-0. The strongest start we've seen by either of these teams so far on the evening. McDougald again sends it over, picked up. SAIT ball, sent back by Corkery, picked up by Martin. Olds, sent over, picked up by Bartol, sent back. SAIT ball, last-ditch effort by SAIT, kept alive by Olds. Olds now sends it back off the hands of Corkery, but the point will go to the Broncos, 7-0 now. And McDougald for her 6th in a row. McDougald. Almost. And the opening point for SAIT comes off a sham serve from McDougald. 7-1, a commanding 6-point lead for the Broncos. Sent over, picked up by Olds. Olds now picks it up, sends it back. SAIT ball, kept alive, still in bounds. Olds, send it over, picked up, doesn't go. 8-1 is the score in the third set of the evening in the Broncos' favor. Lafreniere will take the service line, sends it over, picked up. SAIT ball, sent back, kept alive. Olds, sent over by Martin. SAIT. And a violation from SAIT results in Olds College 9th point of the game, of the set, and the timeout is called by SAIT. Folks, stay with us. We've got lots of volleyball action here at Rally Pointe. Returning to action here at Rally Pointe, a commanding 8-point lead for the Olds College Broncos. Sent over, SAIT ball, picked up, sent back, and a nice block. And she knew it by Tabby Martin. Beautiful block there by Martin. Sent over, picked up, SAIT ball, Corkery off the hands of the Olds College front line, sent back, picked up, Olds sends it over into the net. 10-2 now in favor of the Olds College Broncos, and Corkery will take the service line. Taryn Corkery, the veteran, sends it over. Olds, sent back by Martin. Off the hands of the Trojans front line, making it 11-2. And Tabby Martin will take it now. Sent over into the net. 11-3 is the score. 8 points separating the Broncos from the Trojans, and Van Dreisten will take the service line, sends it over. Doesn't go. 12-3. And Milan Chapowell sent into the net. 12-4. 8 points separating now. And Lengyel is subbed in for the Broncos. And Leanne Arnott will serve it, sends it over, picked up. Sent over, out of bounds. Trojans point. Sent over by Arnott, picked up by Martin. Olds, close one, but it goes. And not quite enough, despite the efforts of Olds College. They will get it back. Madison McCulley now. Sent over by McCulley. Corkery just misses the roof. And it is kept in play. A bit of an ugly start there, but they go. Olds. Picked up, doesn't go. And Olds has taken a 10-point lead, 14-4. And Madison McCulley like there might be a bit of a delay here. The official is in position. Sent over. Picked up by Corkery. Sent up, Dow. Off the net. 11 points now, separating the Broncos from the Trojans, 15-4. And McCulley once again sharing some words with her teammates. McCulley gets a piece of it, sends over to Corkery. Sent back. Olds keeps it up. Martin sends it over, picked up, sent back. And the point will go to the Trojans. 15-5 is the score. Commanding 10-point lead for the Broncos here. We're all tied up on the evening, 1-1. So this is still anyone's game. Sent over. Picked up, doesn't go. Trojans point, 15-6 now. And it's just kissed over the net, resulting in Emily Inglis getting credited with the Trojans point. 15-7 now. Inglis off the net. 16-7 now. And Merkowski will have a chance at the service line. Sent over. Trojans. Nice play there, but it is read like a book by Olds College. Keeping it up. Sent over by Corkery. That will be a Trojans point. 16-8, 8 points separating the Broncos from the Trojans, but they are in a little bit of a comeback. And Taylor English will take the service line, sends it over. Picked up, Olds, sent back, blocked by SAIT. Pelicetti credited with the block there. Excellent read by her. And another Broncos point, 17-9 now. Safe to say that this is the strongest showing of the evening by both teams. Just happens to be the Broncos on top of this one. 17-9, sent over, out of bounds. And finally, the Trojans break double digits, letting everyone know that they're still in this one. 17-10 here at Rally Pointe. And that will be Ella Falcone. Picked up by Olds, sends it back. And a nice read by Corkery, diving for it, but she can't quite get there. 18-10 now. And Lafreniere sends it over. Picked up by the Trojans, kept alive, sends it back, doesn't go. Trojans ball. Picks it back up, sent over. Doesn't quite go. Off the hands of Leanne Arnott. And just 6 to take this third set of the evening, and the timeout is called by the Trojans. 19-10 is the score in the third bout of the evening. Separating these two teams here at Rally Pointe on RBC's Make Some Noise for Mental Health, presented by the ACAC and RBC in partnership. It's certainly been a loud one, and it has been a nail-biter despite this third bout of the evening. 19-10. The Broncos just need 6 to take this one. But the Trojans are notorious for their comebacks. So we will see if the Broncos can hold on. And Lexi Lafreniere at the service line. Sent over. Trojans picked up. Sends it back off the hands of Milan Chappell. And just like that, only 8 points separate these two teams. Corkery now sends it over. Picked up, Olds ball. Sent over, sent back. Kept alive by the Trojans. Nice effort there. Corkery sends it over. Picked up. Olds chance now. Martin. And the point will go to the Trojans. 19-12. In favor of Olds College, but the Trojans are on the come up, led by Taryn Corkery, the veteran. Nice serve by her. Martin sends it over. Picked up. Kept in. Nice kill there by Leanne Arnott for the Trojans' 13th point of the game. Looks like the timeout might have worked for them. And just like that, a timeout is called for the Broncos. 19-13, just 6 points separating these two teams in the third set of the evening, all tied up 1-1. Anything can happen, folks. Stay with us. And we are returning to action following an Olds College timeout. 6 points is the difference here. 6 to tie, 7 to take the lead for the Trojans. With the Broncos not looking to give anything up easy. All night tonight they have been on top of things. But the Trojans have been on their comeback game. Corkery sends it over. Picked up. Olds keeps it up. Sent back. Kept up. SAIT, oh, and it's just shy of the net, resulting in the Broncos' 20th point of the set, 20-13. Tabby Martin at the service line. Tabby Martin sends it over. Picked up by SAIT. Sent back. And that was Chappell with an excellent kill, making things look easy. And Tabby Martin has a shot with it now. Martin sends it over. Out of bounds. 21-14 for Olds College. And Van Drysten will take it here, sends it over, picked up, Olds. Sent back, blocked by Leanne Arnott. Excellent block by her, 6 points now separating these two teams in the third set of the evening. Sent back over, Corkery now. Picked up, Arnott. Kept alive by Martin. Sends it back. Nice read there. Sends it back. Martin again, and it's not quite enough. 21-16 now. And Peyton Van Drysten, unfazed by the noise. Or maybe she was. Out of bounds, 22-16 now in favor of Olds College, and it is Olds ball. Substitution coming in. That's Kate Sherman for Chappell. And clearly a crowd favorite, Kate Sherman. Sends it over, nice serve there. Off the hands of Corkery. 23-16, and the Broncos surely looking to close this one out. They're just 2 points away. Sherman with another shot with it. Sends it over, picked up. Trojans ball. Sent back by Arnott. Martin picked up, sends it over, picked up by Corkery, and it is off the hands of Erica Bartol. 24-16. Sherman still at the service line, her third in a row. Sherman sends it over. Picked up. Kept alive. Trojans back into the hands of Olds. Olds now sent over. And that will be the set. The crowd is happy here. 25-16 is the score of the third set of the evening. Plenty more to go, folks, here at Rally Pointe live on ACAC TV. 2-1. Stay with us.
Let's go, Broncos!
Folks, welcome back to Rally Pointe live on ACAC TV. We've got the Olds College Broncos taking on the SAIT Trojans. Olds won with a commanding lead in the last one, but SAIT opens the scoring in this one. And Grace Florence will take the service line, sends it over, picked up. Doesn't go. 2-0 for the Trojans now. And it is kept up by Olds, sent over, nice kill there by number 16, Lexi Lafreniere. And now Cameron McDougall will take the service line. Off the net. Crowd not happy with that one. And Corkery will have a shot with it now. Corkery sends it over. Kept alive. And it manages to stay in bounds. Doing whatever they need to keep that ball alive, and they are. And it will be an Olds point. Lexi Lafreniere taking the service line once again, 3-2 for the SAIT Trojans. Broncos ball, sends it over, picked up. Trojans sends it back, out of bounds. Now, and Lafreniere still at the service line. Sent over, picked up by SAIT. Sent back by Arnott. Trojans point scored by Leanne Arnott. Taking a 1-point lead, 4-3 in the fourth one of the evening. And now Van Dreisten sends it over. Picked up, Olds. Olds now, sends it back. And it will be an Olds point. 4-4 for both teams. We are all tied up. And it is Tabby Martin making her debut of the set at the service line. She's been here before. Strong service from her. Sends it over, picked up. Doesn't go. And just like that, Olds College takes a 5-4 lead. And Tabby Martin at the service line again. Sends it over off the head of Milansha Powell. Little apologies in order there. She seems fine. And Arnott will serve for SAIT. 5-5, all tied up here in the fourth bout of the evening. Picked up. Olds. Martin sends it back. Picked up once again. Nice sneaky read there by Grace Florence. Doing what she does best. Every sneaky play, Florence has something to do with it. And Arnott is sending it over. Picked up by Olds. Olds now. Sent back, doesn't go, hits the net. 7-5 will be the score in favor of the Trojans. 2-point lead here in the fourth one, looking to tie things up, sending this to a fifth, but anything goes here at Rally Point. Sent over. Olds, kept alive. Sends it back, picked up. Sent back by SAIT after a bit of an ugly dig, but it goes. And that will be an Olds point. 7-6 now. And that's Chappell sending it over, and it is out of bounds. 8-6 is the score. And Emily Inglis will keep it up. Doesn't go. 8-7 now. 1 point separating the Trojans from the Broncos. But we'll see if McCully wants to change that. McCully sends it into the net. 9-7 in favor of the SAIT Trojans. And Van Dreisten is coming in for Bartol, and Dow is at the service line. Dow sends it over. Can't quite meet the net. 9-8 is the score. 1 point once again separating the Trojans from the Broncos. And Merkowski at the service line. Sends it over. Kept alive. It will go. Olds. Sending it back. That will be a Trojans point. 10-8 is the score. 2 points now. And Grace Florence at the service line for the Trojans. Sends it into the hands of Olds. Olds now. Pick back up. Nice read there by Lexi Lafreniere. Bringing the lead to just 1. 10-9 in the 4th. McDougald sends it over. And just like that, McDougald has tied it up for the Broncos. 10-10 is the score, and the Broncos have the ball. McDougald once again. Sends it over. And a nice read there by Haberstock, the libero for SAIT, letting it go out of bounds. 11-10, Corkery at the service line. Corkery sends it over. It does go. Olds ball. Sent back by Martin into the net. 12-10 is the new score. 2 points once again, Corkery at the service line. Corkery sending it over. Picked up by Olds. Olds ball. Sent back. Off the hands of Florence. The Broncos get their 11th of the bout. And now Lafreniere has a chance at the service line, sending it over. Picked up, kept alive. Arnott sends it back. Olds ball. Violation called. It will be a Trojans point. Not happy with that one. The Broncos. 13-11 is the new score. And Van Dreisten at the service line. Sends it over. Just out of bounds. Back and forth in the 4th bout of the evening. 13-12 is the score. And Tabby Martin for Olds College will take the service line. She gets a piece of it, sends it into the net though. 14-12. The Trojans are gonna need more than 2 points to separate themselves in this one to send it into the 5th. We'll see if Leanne Arnott can make that happen. Arnott sends it over. Picked up by Olds. Olds now. Sent back, sneaky play. SAIT reads it. Kept up, doesn't go. And 14-13 is the new score. Substitution called. It looks like Joyce will make her debut at the service line for Olds. Sydney Joyce, the second-year outside hitter for Olds. And a nice serve off of her results in a Trojans, or a Olds point and a Trojans timeout. Folks, the Alberta Colleges Athletic Conference has partnered up with the Royal Bank of Canada in the 8th annual Make Some Noise for Mental Health campaign to promote mental health awareness and reduce the stigma associated with mental health concerns. There are 17 member institutions participating in this campaign, spread among 2 divisions under 1 conference. We have the strength in unity, and we want you to know that you are not alone. Let's make some noise for mental health. Folks, it's a packed house here at Rally Pointe late in the ladies' game. Stay tuned for the 8 o'clock game where the men will take on the Olds College Broncos. Trojans versus Broncos on the men's side, starting at 8 o'clock, live on ACAC TV at the end of this one. And we still have Sydney Joyce at the service line for Olds. She had a good start. See if she can continue. Kept alive by SAIT. Sending it over is Florence. Broncos send it over. Picked up. Florence sent back by Corkery, and a beautiful kill by Taryn Corkery. But the point will go to the Trojans. 15-14 for the Trojans. Sends it over. Picked up. Olds. Sent back. Trojans ball. Corkery sends it over. Nice light touch by Corkery. And 2-point lead once again for the Trojans. Sending it over. Picked up by the Broncos. And a nice read there by McDougald. And Madison McCulley now will take the service line for the Broncos. 1 point separating the Trojans from the Broncos in a close one. Sends it over, picked up by Corkery. Florence, Corkery, and it's off the hands of Kendall Leggill. Point will go in the Trojans' favor. Their 17th of the 4th set of the evening, 17-15. Dow sends it over, picked up. Olds sending it back. Point will go to the Trojans, 18-15 now. And Dow will remain at the service line. And Peterson is checking in for Merkowski on the Broncos side of the ball. Olivia Dow. Sends it over. Kissed off the net, kept alive. And the point will go after a bit of a miscommunication on the Trojan side of the ball. 18-16 now. And Merkowski will come back in for Peterson. Merkowski sends it over. Picked up. Florence. Corkery sending it, commanding. Nice read there by Kendall Lengyel on the Broncos side. And Merkowski takes the service line, sends it over. Back into the hands of Olds College. Picking it back up, finds space. Lexi Lafreniere ties it up with a beautiful kill. And now Merkowski will have a chance with it, sends it over. Picked up, Florence. Corkery, nice light touch. Picked up once again, Olds finds the space once again. Lafreniere takes the lead, 19-18, and the Trojans call the timeout. Olds College, what a comeback. Down by 3 at one point in this set, now up by 1. Still anybody's game. The Trojans will be looking to tie this one up and send it into the 5th. But Olds College not making anything easy. Folks, stay with us for the 8 o'clock game coming up right after this one, where the men will take the court. And it should be a good one if this game has been any indicator. Two really equally matched teams, making things interesting. And the Broncos will open after the timeout, sends it over, picked up. Corkery, Florence, Corkery sends it into the net. And just like that, the Broncos have a 2-point lead on the Trojans, 20-18 now. Sarah Merkowski sends it over. Picked up, Trojans ball, sending it back, Olds. And it hits the official stand. And now it's 20-19. 1 point separating these two teams, with Florence for the Trojans at the service line. Florence sends it over. Picked up by Merkowski. Sending it back, kept alive by Corkery. Picking it up off the hands of the Broncos front line. It's now tied up, 20-20. Florence sends it over. And just like that, the Trojans take their lead back 21-20, and Olds College calls the timeout. 21-20 in a real nail-biter here at Rally Point, folks, live on ACAC TV. Folks, I want to remind you that RBC's commitment to furthering the discussion and breaking the stigma around mental health is loud and clear. Through RBC Future Launch and its partnerships with the ACAC and other mental health advocates, RBC is proud to help young Canadians reach their full potential. To the students and future leaders, let's create a more understanding and compassionate future. Together, we can make some noise for mental health. Folks, it's 21-20 here at Rally Point, live on ACAC TV. And Florence opens it for the Trojans. Broncos ball, sending it back. Big block by the Trojans, 22-20 now, and they knew it. Just 3 points away from sending this one into the 5th. Florence Sends it over. Picked up by Olds. Olds now. Back to SAIT. Trojans. Arnott. Nice light touch there. Blocked. And what a block it was by Van Dreisten and Arnott at the front line. Excellent work by those two ladies. And Olds calls the timeout, 23-20. Just 2 points away for the Trojans to send this one into the fifth. It's an action-packed evening here at Rally Pointe on RBC's Make Some Noise for Mental Health Night. We've got the Trojan in here, getting the crowd into it. It's been a nail-biter. 2-1 on the evening in favor of Olds College, but the Trojans looking to tie it up and send it into the fifth. Just 2 points will do it.
Let's go, Broncos!
Florence will open the serve after the timeout, sending it over, picked up by Olds. Olds now sent back. Corkery sending it over, and it will be a Trojans point. 24-20. Just one more point will send this one into the fifth. And Florence is at the service line. Sends it over, picked up by Olds. Olds, loose ball, picks it up. Sent over, and that will do it, folks. We're going to the fifth. Van Dreisten with a beautiful effort to send it into the fifth. 25-20 is the final score of set number 4. Folks, stay with us. We got 3 minutes to go, and we are in the fifth. Lots of action coming up here on ACAC TV. Stay with us for the men's game starting at 8 o'clock. And there will be an opening substitution for the Broncos. Kept up, Olds ball, sends it over, and Olds opens the scoring, 1-0. Olds now with a chance with it, gets a piece of it, nice serve there. Trojans ball, Corkery sends it down. A commanding kill by Taryn Corkery. And she'll take the service line, 1-1 now. All tied up in the fifth. Corkery. Olds keeps it alive, sends it back to Corkery. Florence now, sent over by Arnott. Off the hands of Kendall Legno. Great effort there, but it's not quite enough. 2-1 for the Trojans. And Corkery sends it back. Olds keeps it alive. Martin sends it over, picked up by Florence. Corkery. Arnott finds the space, and just like that, the Trojans take a 3-1 lead, and Corkery is at the helm of it all. Corkery gets a nice piece of it, Olds ball. Nice light touch, kept alive by the Trojans. Florence, Arnott out of bounds, and that will be another Trojans point. 4-1 is the score in the fifth. Taryn Corkery. Olds picks it up, keeps it up, sends it over, Could be anyone. It does go to the Trojans. 5-1 now. Timeout called by Olds College. In a tight game here, folks. 5-1 is the score. And the Trojans, with a commanding start, just 10 points away from sealing the victory. Returning to action here at Rally Point Live on ACAC TV. The crowd getting into this one. Corkery still at the service line. Sends it over. Off the hands of Martin, kept alive. Martin sends it back. Corkery picks it up, sent over. Corkery saves it. Arnott, nice deep kill. And that will be 6-1 in favor of the Trojans. And Corkery remains at the service line, sending it over, just out of bounds. Olds staying in this one, 6-2 now. Lafreniere at the service line. Sends it over. And that will be an Olds College point, 6-3, making things interesting. And Lexi Lafreniere, once again, sends it over into the net. 7-3 now. And Dow will sub in for Bartol on the Trojan side of things, and Van Drysten at the service line. Sends it over. Picked up by Olds. Olds now. Sends it back. Corkery. Florence. Arnott. And it's kept alive despite their best efforts. The Trojans sneak away with their 8th of the 5th bout of the evening. Van Drysten remains at the service line. Van Drysten sends it over. Picked up. And it's another Trojans point. They do have something to say about it, though. Martin discussing with the official. And just 6 will do it. Van Drysten sends it over, picked up. Olds sending it back. Nice read there by Olds. Arnott finds the space, kept alive by Olds. Olds now, Martin sending it back. Picked up by Florence. Corkery sent back. Olds. Nice read by Olds, trick play, and they find the space. 9-4 is the score. And Tabby Martin will take the service line. Tabby Martin sends it over. Kept alive, Trojans ball, down! And that is an Olds point. 9-5 is the score. And Tabby Martin is at the service line once again. Martin sends it over. Picked up. Kept alive. Sent back. Broncos ball. Sending it back. Kept up. Trojans finds the space. Kept alive. Diving for it. Finds it. Arnott. And Arnott gets the point off the hands of Lexi Lafreniere, and the timeout is called with a score of 10-5 late in the fifth. Between these two teams, a real nail-biter. It wasn't looking good for the Trojans earlier on, but they managed to sneak out that late fourth bout victory. And now they are just 5 points away from sealing the deal. Pointe on RBC's Make Some Noise for Mental Health Night. Still anybody's game, but the Trojans are definitely in control here. Just 5 points will do it. And Arnott will take the service line. Arnott sends it over, picked up. Olds sends it back, finds it. Trojans sending it over, finds the space, kept alive by Olds. Olds keeping it up. Kept alive, sent back. Nice read there by the Trojans, sending it over, finds the space. 11-5 is the score. Just 4 points will do it, folks. And Arnott will take the serve, sends it over, picked up. Olds keeps it up. Martin sends it back off the net, and it goes. Corkery just out of bounds. 11-6 is the score now. Broncos on the come up. And Sydney Joyce takes the service line again, sends it over, picked up. Corkery keeping it alive. Sent back, picked up by Martin. Sending it over, sends it back. SAIT ball, kept up, sent in, finds the space. 12-6 is the score. Just 3 points will do it. And we have Emily Inglis at the service line. Sends it over, finds the space, Olds ball. Olds sends it back. And the point will go to Olds. 12-7 in a real back and forth matchup here. And a little switch coming in from the Broncos side of the ball. And McCulley will take the service line. McCulley sends it over. Picked up. Trojans down. Nice light touch, finds the space. And another point credited to Dow. She's been doing it all night. And now she takes the service line. Just 2 points will seal the deal for the SAIT Trojans. Dow sending it over, and it's just kissed over the net. Kept alive. Trojans ball. Corkery keeps it up, finds it! And what a lucky point for Corkery there. 14-7 is the score, and Dow takes the service line. Just one more point will do it. Dow sends it over, picked up by Martin. Olds ball, Olds sending it back. Englis. Florence with a sneaky read, keeps it up. Sending it back, Corkery. Dow keeps it up. And it will go in favor of Olds College, staying in this one. And Merkowski has to be feeling the pressure here. 14-8 is the score. Sends it over. Picked up. Florence. Corkery. Kept up. Olds, SAIT. Florence. Van Dreisten. Olds. Sending it back. Blocked. Kept alive. And Olds is still in it. 14-9. And the timeout is called by the SAIT Trojans. 14-9 in favor of SAIT, but Olds on a bit of a come up here. Folks, stay tuned after the game. We're gonna have your players of the game. And a little shout out to RBC for making this whole night possible. RBC making some noise for mental health. And after this one, we're gonna have the men at 8 o'clock. Should be a good one based on this game. And you can't really get better than this, a Southern Alberta matchup. This close, 14-9 in the fifth one. And the Broncos have the ball. Merkowski will take it here. And Merkowski sends it over. Picked up by SAIT. Kept alive. Van Dreisten with a great read. Kept alive by Merkowski. Sending it back, and just like that, the SAIT Trojans have sealed the victory here at Rally Point. 15-9 is the score. And what a comeback it was. Great effort by both of these teams. And now we're gonna have our Player of the Game awards presented by RBC. I mean, what a great game it was. Excellent work by all of these ladies on the court tonight. It doesn't get better than that. 15-9 late in the fifth bout of the evening. Excellent work all night by her. Well deserved. And Arnott. I mean, how could you not? I said her name probably, it feels like over 100 times tonight. Great effort by both of those ladies. And an excellent game put on by RBC. And now they rush the court. Folks, stay with us. We've got another matchup coming up in just a few moments here. It will be the men's turn to take the court. And yeah, with the final score of 15-9, we bid you adieu. Thank you so much for watching on ACAC TV, presented by RBC's Make Some Noise for Mental Health. Thank you so much for doing your part to raise mental health awareness in young people. Folks, have a good night.